first round, and sometimes he keeps his head up, a bad combination. He sometimes throws long uppercuts from far out. He didn't do that in the first round. If he does, Gutierrez will counter him, and Carlos has power in his right hand. He landed that punch very well in the first round. For Gutierrez, as he wades in, he needs to pave the way with jabs, and that was an effective weapon. He's an excellent body puncher. That is an important skill for him, and Gutierrez is going to have to work downstairs. And the left hook is a great weapon for Gutierrez, especially on the inside where he hopes to be, but wasn't very much in round one.
So Gutierrez and Abregu very aggressive in that first round, throwing a lot of punches. Round two scheduled for 10, 147 pounds. Carlos Abregu in the light blue trunks. He's undefeated coming into this fight with a 28-0 record, 23 KOs. Richard Gutierrez, a veteran, 24-3-1. Oh! And is that a slip?
He was hit by a nice punch by Gutierrez.
6, 7, 8, ¿está bien? Vamos allá.
And we've seen this before from Abregu. He is susceptible to shots, and right now his legs are very wobbly.
It's early in the round, but he was knocked down by Irving Garcia early in the round. In their fight, was able to hold on. Let's see if he can do it here. He's using all of this 18 to 20-foot ring. It's somewhere between that figure. There's the hooks by Gutierrez.
Abregu trying to buy time, trying to find his legs. Gutierrez closing the distance. He's got to be careful. Coming straight in, he could get hit with a shot, Gutierrez.
He should be jabbing his way in, Gutierrez. Instead, he's just kind of throwing power shots, which is unlike him.
Gutierrez, the sense of urgency we talked about. He knows that this fight will either continue his career, and it could possibly end his career with the loss. Abregu now clearing the cobwebs out, starting to find himself.
And Abregu landed a good right hand. There's the body work by Gutierrez. This fight figured to be just this way. And look, Abregu is not out of this. Look, he lands a monstrous right hand.
Abregu now clear-headed. As Gutierrez continues to pursue him across the ring.
Gutierrez let it slip away from him by not jabbing his way in and setting up his punches, Gus. He threw wild shots. He got too carried away. And Abregu, who is very resilient, came back.
And it looks like Abregu is back. 37 seconds remaining in the second round, scheduled for 10.
Cuando digo break es sin tirar. Box.
That right hook landed. A clubbing right hook for Abregu. And he'll get out of the second round after being knocked down. And this has happened to Abregu before. He's one resilient fighter. Let's look at some exciting action from a previous fight against Irving Garcia.
Well, almost a carbon copy. In round one, after he'd done well against Garcia, Garcia put Abregu down with the right hand. They had a couple of more wild rounds, and then in round four, left hook sent Abregu to the canvas. But after he got up, he went after Irving Garcia and stopped the fight in the fourth round. For Abregu, what's that line? Deja vu all over again.
Yogi Berra. Now here.
And here, in this fight, after Abregu had a great first round, Gutierrez lands the hook. It staggers him and sends him down. The very punch we assumed would be the best punch for Gutierrez. But Abregu is able to right himself and perform extremely well the rest of the round.
Now that he's been knocked down, he's probably, Al, really ready to win. Okay, I got that out of the way.
Hey, now the fight can start.
Now it can really start.
Box.
Carlos Abregu clearing his head after that knockdown, buying time, moving away from his opponent. That's what you're trained to do.
My old pal Sal Marciano used to say, don't go to the refrigerator, and I'm warning you, don't do that in this fight.
Gutierrez now speeding up his tempo.
Gutierrez made some basic mistakes toward the end of that last round. What he should be doing is using that jab to get in and then working the body on the inside. Now there's that long uppercut from Abregu, and he hurt him with it.
And he hurt him with the right hook. Now Abregu moving in, left hook, he's down. Gutierrez down for the first time in his entire career. And now he's wobbling. Here comes Abregu. Clear head, right hook, double right hook. Oh!
He just hurt Abregu with the right hand.
Abregu. Looking, you can't come straight in. There's another right hook. Left hook now by Abregu. You can tell Gutierrez is in shape because he's on his feet.
But Gutierrez doesn't know how to box. He only knows how to come forward. This is very alien to him.
Another big can-opening right hand by Abregu, and Gutierrez wisely ties him up.
Boy, that looks like a chokehold from MMA, it does. Gutierrez has to use the jab and land something just to keep Abregu off.
Abregu pursuing Gutierrez, trying to keep his hands up high, especially that left hand. Now Abregu attacking the body. A minute and 8 to go.
Gutierrez needs to stay off the rope, but he is 59 seconds away from maybe getting out of this round, although there's a long time to go. And has Abregu punched himself out a bit? These are two tough hombres in there.
Both fighters with their hands down now. And that clubbing right hook has
in his fight than Gutierrez, which is a bit of a surprise.
third round scheduled for 10 at 147 pounds, the welterweight division. Carlos Abregu, undefeated. In the light blue, backing up Richard Gutierrez, who dropped him in the second round. Abregu dropping Gutierrez here in the third. And this time it's Gutierrez who'll get out of the round.
Okay, let's recuperate.
Okay, dame agua ahí, ¿está bien?
Give me some water.
Óyeme, escucha lo que te voy a decir.
Listen to me.
Estamos bien.
We're
Lo que hace
okay.
falta ahora, el truco está en recuperarte.
You still have to start moving.
Richard, escucha lo que te voy a decir.
Listen to me what I got to
El
tell
truco
you.
está en recuperarte ahora.
The
Escucha lo
trick
que te digo,
is to
¿está bien?
recuperate right now.
El truco está en recuperarte. Vuelve otra vez a trabajar tú ya y tira enseguida. ¿Estás escuchando?
Here is where Carlos Abregu landed that uppercut. It's one of his best punches, and then the overhand right, which is his other great punch. And because he could not get on the inside and cut the distance, Gutierrez paid for it. If you let Abregu land these kind of shots from long distance, he's a very, very good puncher, and he did it against Gutierrez. And yet another look at how he sent Gutierrez down. That right hand was a big one by Abregu.
Round 4, scheduled for 10. Richard Gutierrez in silver, Carlos Abregu in the light blue trunks. Abregu from Argentina. Here's another good short left hook by Abregu.
Orlando Cuellar, who was in the corner of Gutierrez, who was just with Glenn Johnson last night when he won by knockout over Youssef Mack, trying to get his fighter to recuperate. But the big issue is technical here. He's not cutting down the distance and getting on the inside against Abregu. You have to get inside where you can work the body and take that big right hand away from him. And I'm shocked that Gutierrez hasn't been able to do that at all in this fight.
Abregu doing a nice job as Gutierrez lands a looping right hook of his own. Abregu doing a nice job countering that left jab of Gutierrez by coming over the top.
Gutierrez, though, needs to continue to use that jab anyway, though, because when he throws those wild punches, he's open to the big punches of Abregu.
Each fighter has been knocked down. Abregu in the second round, Gutierrez in the third.
Carlos grew up on a farm with 3 brothers and 7 sisters. We asked him, how'd you get in boxing? He said, a lot of brothers. I had to fight. And he's got some heart, doesn't he?
No.